Ugh.
Well, are we streaming or is it
No,
live?
it ended.
It just
It
crashed.
ended.
It ended. So I think it wasn't even on.
I'll wait till
Yeah,
Winter
it's...
can get it back on for her, and then I'll join.
Derek, are you there?
Derek's muted. I don't know if he's there or not.
They're gonna kill us.
Probably.
It says it's still going on my end. I don't know.
The screen is black and there's no audio, and it says most recent video. It shows our old video.
God damn it. I hate it when this happens.
Things seem to be working.
I can't get Tailspire to work. Should I close it and reopen?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Might be good to
How
reboot
peculiar.
everything.
How bizarre. How
fully
bizarre.
Oh, it's the stream's back up?
Is it?
I think that's what
Yeah.
Gruta said. Is it
Internet's
back? Can y'all
working
hear
fine
us?
over here. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah?
They
Sorry
say
for that.
it's-
Yeah.
little,
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
We'll be right back. Intermission though.
Andy said maybe... I know, I put on intermission while I get the campaign pulled back up. Andy said it might be because of the solar flares. Which
There's
I didn't
no-
even think about,
How
but...
long are those? How long is that active for?
I don't know.
Until the sun disappears from our sky.
It's
Okay, well-
tonight's the last night that you're supposed to be able to see the Aurora Borealis pretty
Yeah,
far
right.
south.
Do you
of the
think we
United
can see it from where we are?
States. So I've heard. I don't know if that's true.
It extends all the way south to Florida, but the big issue is that you need a clear sky, and you also need there to be little to no light pollution.
We
at
have a
that.
clear sky tonight.
Yeah, let's keep an eye out for it.
Aurora
Yeah.
Borealis. Hi guys, I'm sorry about that. Blame the sun.
I do all the day, all the night.
We should sort of
blame the sun.
start a Discord poll to get rid of the sun.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Put a
grant
couple
you
on
guys
it.
a singular wish spell, but you have to use it to destroy the sun.
Yeah.
Done.
Anyway,
And the dragon that lives inside of it?
yes. Steve, what was the last thing you heard me say?
That he brought them in or something.
He's saying that the people that resided within the temple, that didn't belong to them. It was from an outsider.
Say that again.
So the person with the pauldron was an outsider. It's not anyone that lived within the temple.
Oh, I see. That's interesting. That they would not be a member of the temple. They'd be an outsider. How many questions do I have left? And that doesn't
You have
count. That's
two.
out of character. Okay, thanks.
So what do you mean by that?
You actually ask how many questions do I have left?
what was the nature of this trident and its potential connection with the whirlpool and its spiritualness?
And why should I tell you a thing like that?
Oh yeah, they don't have to answer if they don't wanna.
Because you're dead and you have nothing to gain left except conversation with me.
Oh, yay
Can I roll for
me.
that? Can I roll for that?
Roll persuasion.
Okay, let's see. Hit him with the -1.
No, please roll high.
You have a -1 to persuasion?
Yeah.
An 11.
Hey! Not
It's
bad.
It's not under 10.
He exhales from his snout and goes, "Ugh. It was just an artifact of the temple, nothing I know too much about, nor am I willing to share what I know."
Oh, fuck this guy.
Okay, so I have
Is
one
there
question.
anything else you deign to ask me while you have me here?
Yeah. This is tough. Is there are there any other this is out of character. Can he like see us, like because he's in our soul or whatever? Can he like see our surroundings? or like know what we've done?
You don't know.
You could ask him if you want.
Hey, Mr. Umbrier. What is the nature of our connection now, and are you always going to be a jerk just because we killed you, or can't we get along?
Do I not have a right to be upset about the fact that you have killed me?
Sure you do, but you know you can move on. It's been a while, you know. We can get along. We can be friends.
It has
It's
not been
been
a
like
day.
it's been like 20 minutes.
It really has not been long.
That was
So
a
you
long
kill
time ago,
me just
Umbrier.
to decide that you want to be my friend.
Yes. Can I roll for that?
Roll animal handling.
I have a +3 to that. Okay, let's see.
Name the dragon.
Do I have any inspiration? I don't
I
think
believe
I do.
it's Alvara and Audred.
Rip.
Yeah.
Didn't we use the team inspo?
Yeah, we did.
We did.
We
It's-
did.
I don't know if
Remember
it's
his
worth it for
vortex.
this.
Hmm.
Yeah, on the vortex check.
You have quite an amusing way of showing that you wish to be friends after ending my own life. Though it seems you can call upon me whenever you wish, I must ask that you do not.
Stop calling.
After this, we all one by one have to call upon him just to piss him off.
Yeah.
Oh,
as
No
with
promises,
this-
Umber.
As you say no promises, it's with this that you feel your soul within itself sink back into the body, and where you are sitting next to your friends on this cold, damp cavern floor. Once again, the sound of the seas around you returns to your ears, and you open your eyes to find you surrounded by your allies.
I relay to everyone what I heard from Umber.
Vara puts a hand on your shoulder like, you good?
Yeah, I mean, this was interesting to me because it's the first indication outside of my own memory that I even existed prior to waking up next to Audrin way back when in the Cliff Harbor Abbey. So it's a little jarring, and I think I'm gonna hold on to this, and I keep the pauldron that says 109.
Okay. You can add the old tarnished pauldron of iteration number 109 to your inventory.
Wow.
Oh,
so was Umbrier mad?
Oh yeah, and he didn't want to be our friend because we killed him.
Oh,
Can't say I blame him too much for that one.
okay. I'll win
Now-
him over with a jig. It'll be fine.
I kind of want to reach out to him now just to piss him off, but it's probably not a good idea, huh?
We should probably let him rest for a little bit. I mean, he
I
did attack us
guess.
first, but I'm sure he's tired and probably a little sad.
I don't give a shit if he's sad. He attacked us. He wanted to kill us for no reason.
Huh. Sure. You know what? Now that you mention it, I think you'll be the first living ghost. You're haunting him after death. You're
Oh, yeah.
reversing it.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
As you all begin to gather your new treasures and belongings, and you begin to make your way back outside towards your ship, Alvara,
The ship.
you feel something following you.
oh no.
Oh
I'm gonna look
god.
around and see what I can see.
Roll a perception check.
Would either me or Numbers notice anything with our
Hold on.
passives?
Within this darkness, no, you don't notice anything.
Alright.
But Alvara, you feel something kind of right at your heels.
It's gonna be a 17.
You turn and attempt to look and see if anything's behind you.
Yeah.
You see a small,
While continuing to move.
you see a small, slender shape dart behind a rock.
Do I have... Hold on. I know this isn't light, but I think I can cast something with it that might help.
You could ask.
Can I create a shower of sparks using prestidigitation? It's on the card.
Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna do that near the rock and just see if I see like a shadow or anything dart up.
No, don't see
In
anything.
that flitting moment. How big
everything
is
okay
how
out
big
there?
is the rock?
It's like a fairly little size, like, mini boulder.
So it weighs more than 10 pounds.
Yes.
Is there any reason you're putting on a
I'm-
lat show?
I thought I saw something. I'm going to continue walking, but with my head looking over my shoulder.
Kumi's going
We're always
to
gonna
help
notice
you.
that and look.
Umi?
Kumi's going to cast Light on Alvara's. Do you still have the gloves?
I have gloves. I have a staff.
Okay, I'm going to cast on your gloves specifically.
Okay, I do have full gloves, not the half finger ones technically.
Okay, yeah, I remember you got them. I just didn't know if you ever took them off. All right,
Still wearing them for now.
all right, they're glowy.
Actually, I think I probably would have taken them off, but maybe not for. No, they're on still.
So whatever gloves you have on your hands right now, those are the ones that are glowing.
Gloves are glowing. The gloves are glowing. All right, so we'll glow. Then I'll move toward the rock a little bit more. Creep toward it with the glowing hands, like kind of like one of them stretched out before me, like a flashlight attached to my wrist, I guess.
As you peek behind the rock, you don't see anything. But it's weird, you feel like something's right behind you again, right by your heels.
I'm gonna turn around again with my glowing hands.
Nothing's there.
Alvara, are you okay?
I feel like I'm seeing things right now. Perhaps I should just get out of this cavern and get a little bit of fresh air.
You're also probably tired. I mean, we did
Well-
just fight a dragon. We probably all need to rest.
Yes, I'm a little exhausted, but all right. I'm gonna
Oh,
move. Keep moving.
You guys exit the cave?
not yet.
Can I roll
Oh.
insight on that to
Oh.
see if, like...
I'm going to turn to Mina. Hey, can you talk to someone for me? And Humi is going to produce out of their pockets Francis.
You just have Francis loose in your pocket?
There was a dragon flying around. I had to keep him safe.
That
Oh.
seems reasonable.
Okay, but as a
Let me
flying
roll
snake,
animal handling.
Francis does have blind sight. Okay.
As you pull him out of your pocket.
So do I get to roll insight or no?
On what?
I asked, like, on... I
Ooh.
said, can I roll insight on, like, what just happened? Because I'm, like, wondering what Elvara's doing and if there's more to it.
If you want
Insight
to.
on me.
So you're making a check against Alvara?
I guess, like, it just seems like she's acting off, and I don't know if I trust that everything's really okay.
Sure.
I gotta get my box of dice real quick, 1 second.
It's
Oh,
probably not going to
no.
be anything good. I don't have any modifiers, but...
Nope.
No.
Only a 19. Yeah, not that good.
Should I roll against that?
Well,
What am I
you didn't lie as far as I can tell. It's up to you. This is your character.
I really didn't lie. I mean,
Yeah, I
Who's
guess
with
that-
a natural one.
I'm, like, following her.
As you begin to pull Francis out of your pocket, you feel his coils tighten around your wrist and he bites your hand.
Oh my gosh.
You suffer 4
You
points of poison
suffer!
damage.
Oh,
Uh,
God.
Do you go down?
Imagine.
No, I don't. I haven't been hit yet.
Oh,
Now, manners. Manners. Stop. Bad.
You wanted me to talk to Francis? I mean, he does seem to be a little bit more lively than usual.
Yes, yes. You talk to this scallion.
All right, I will cast.
He's hissing furiously.
And I'm even going to use one of my sorcery points to extend the duration.
Okay. Speak with animals.
Hey, Francis, what seems to be the problem? Why did you bite Humi?
The problem is, I've been stuffed in this pocket for far too long.
Well,
I don't even
we were,
fit in this pocket.
well, we were fighting a dragon, and I think Humi wanted to make sure you were safe.
And what
Yeah,
would
we-
happen to me if they were to perish?
I think Humi was below deck most of the time, so they should have been fine. I think they were just trying to look out for you.
I don't know if I trust this one.
Do you trust me?
I don't know you.
Can I roll an animal handling check?
Go for it.
And can I roll at advantage since I'm actually talking to them in a language they can understand?
Just normal.
Okay,
Francis is pissed.
That's fair.
that is very fair.
He's having a bad day.
That makes sense. I'll take it.
Damn!
I'll take it. Yeah, no shit. Anyone would take that roll.
With a 26, Humi, you feel Francis, like, begin to uncoil from around you. And he kind of settles back down into just, like, a little coil pile. Within your hands, and he goes... Well, he folds his wings close to his body. And he goes... I guess you had their best interest in mind, Pink One.
I think he had your best interest in mind.
Well, tell them next time, perhaps a coat pocket is not a proper place for a snake.
I think I could tell them that. Is there anything else you want? Maybe some extra treats and
Tell
maybe
the
even-
Grey One, I require snacks.
snacks. I wonder if maybe we can convince him to
And tell that one with the white hair, the one wearing the long coat, their bird is on my last nerve.
Don't talk about Finley that way.
What's Finley doing?
That creature is a menace.
Uh-oh, what is he doing?
They pick at my tail.
That's not allowed.
That's what I said. But the crows said, it's fine if I do it.
Yeah, Finley, I love you.
Finley gonna get eaten by a flying snake.
A cretin with wings.
So how about this? I'm gonna have Humi, the gray one, give you more snacks, and I'm also gonna tell him that you need like a little nest area built to keep Finley away.
I would
Does that sound
like
good?
an area of pillows.
This freaking snake is a prima donna.
Hey, that's my prima donna.
I think we could make him do that.
Do this for me, Pink One, and the Grey One and I will be on good terms.
Also, my name is Mina, by the way. I figure since we've been, traveling for a while, we should, use first names, right?
You've told me your name before.
I guess that's fair, and then Mina looks a little sad at this. She's gonna turn to
Thank
Humi
you
and
for
say,
your assistance, Pink One. And then he seems like he's done talking.
Mina is going to turn to Humi and say, well, they require more, they require more snacks and maybe like a little enclosure or something built. Maybe like a bunch of pillows or something for them to like nest in.
Hold on. Humi turns their back to you, and you start seeing their clothes kind of morph into a sweatshirt with a big pouch. How's this?
That should be a little bit better.
Okay, now Francis is in like a big sweatshirt pouch.
He
on
puts
there,
himself
like-
within your hoodie pouch.
Exactly, perfect.
Um,
Okay.
If you can, I would recommend making it just like a little bit plusher if you could. I think you might enjoy that.
It becomes poofy?
Form of fashion.
How does Francis react to this?
You do not see Francis. They are snuggled within inside the pouch.
That's acceptable.
Okay.
You just
oof.
see like the little tip of their tail hanging out of the end of it.
All right, in animal speak, I'm gonna say, Francis, you might want to keep your tail tucked in, otherwise Finley might nip at it again.
You see the tail begin to slide into the pouch.
So guys, I think we need to discuss what we're gonna do about, well, everything we found here and how we're gonna move forward.
Oh,
Maybe before we
yes.
head back to the boat. I don't know if we want. I don't. I don't know if I fully trust Salmo. I trust the others, but Salmo seems like he's. Well, he seems like he tried to take over if we let him.
Uh,
Although, Boomy scared him a bit.
just to color this, I think I would not be here for this conversation. I would have been walking out while that was happening with the stuff we were supposed to carry, and because something was following me. And I also wanted to just add that before I like fully leave, can I cast? Well, let me just clarify with the party too. Were we waiting around while all that was happening? Because I thought we were mostly like walking out. Just because I want to like clarify that like who's gonna hear what Mina's saying versus like who wouldn't type thing.
I was trying to get Francis to use their blind sight to see what you were seeing.
Did anyone
Um,
stay with Humi and Mina during that time, or did people walk out with Alvara?
I would have walked out.
Audrey's keeping up with numbers right now.
Yeah, I guess I would have started heading out.
Before I fully leave the cavern, can I take one last look inside and cast Gaze into the Beyond and see if I see anything else?
You can, and as you do, you don't see anything out of the ordinary, even with your spectral sight.
Alright, I leave.
As you turn around, sitting atop a like a darkened rock, you see, and only you see, a small black cat with bright yellow eyes.
Have you come to torment me further? I thought you were done with me.
The cat almost has a look of disappointment in its eyes. But whether that's to your words towards it, or whether it's disappointed that you didn't succumb to the dragon yourself, is uncertain. It gives you a little bit of a squint. And kind of like snuffs its nose a little bit before it turns its back towards you and hops down from the rock and sinks down behind it. But as it does, you hear the cat shriek. And actually, you all hear this. You hear a cat just begin to yelp out suddenly, and for a moment afterwards, you don't hear anything. But then, Alvara, you see a slinking little shape come out from behind the rock instead. You see a tiny little dragon. It has
What?
sleek black scales, and it has very big, bright green eyes.
What?
A baby?
Oh.
Its tail almost coils like that at the end of a scorpion's. It has like a little stinger on the end of its tail, and it is tiny. And it has a little bit of, well, mess in its little jaws and on its claws from whatever it is that it has just finished doing to a certain feline.
Was
Oh my.
Okay.
It sinks
uh,
out from behind the rock, and it looks at you, expectantly, Alvara.
I'm going to first be a little apprehensive and kind of push closer to myself, but then I'm gonna extend a hand to the dragon and crouch.
It kind of looks to you for a moment, and it's odd because while this dragon is quite small, It's looking to you with a knowledge beyond its years, and a wisdom in its eyes. He gives you a very long, knowing look, before slowly walking its way up to you, and it sits right in front of your hand.
Do we see this?
You can see this now.
I fucking wish I had Dispel Magic up. I don't have any spells right now. I even have Charm Monster. I can't cast that either. I'm gonna just sit here and see if I can beckon it a little further, and maybe just what can I glean from it, like from a maybe magical perspective, because my understanding of what that cat was and what this dragon is that they might be uh, one and the same in that they're the same type of like magical construct or entity, which would be maybe a familiar. So can I gauge if this is something that might be like that?
Roll either Arcana or Insight. Arcana to determine any magical properties about it, or Insight to determine this thing's intentions.
Yeah, I'll roll Arcana to see if this is anything beyond like a normal baby dragon. 15.
With a 15, this isn't a baby dragon.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Even with your knowledge, you know this isn't a baby dragon. It doesn't look like one.
And who are you, little fellow? I will say, as I try to get a little closer to this thing still.
It doesn't speak any words to you, but it sits there and it looks at you. And it blinks its green eyes slowly once, piercing green eyes as it looks to you. You do, let's see, you rolled a 15 for Arcana?
Yeah.
You do get a little bit of a faint magical nature off of this creature. Almost a touch of fey magic.
Yeah. Felt it was a little fey.
It looks to you and it bows its head down towards you, almost in a noble manner.
I'm gonna remove my hand from trying to pet it at this point, and I'm especially detecting the fey presence and knowing, having a sense of maybe this being something different. I'm gonna just show respect to it as well and give it like a brief bow.
It sits back up on its four little legs, and it walks up to you. Do you allow it to jump up on you?
Yes.
Okay, this little guy jumps up, and he sits on your shoulder. And he looks to you again, making direct eye contact with you. And he gives you a little bit of like a knowing nod. Like a, okay, let's go, kind of a nod.
Go. I'm gonna keep moving, and as I do, I want to peer behind the rock and see if I can see any residue of this black cat that maybe was gnarled by this other creature.
You don't see a body of the black cat that has been tormenting you for countless years at this point. But you do see... she. You see some little shreds of black fur with little trickles of blood behind the rock.
All right. I'm gonna head back to the ship with this thing.
Alvara, at this point, you can add a spell to your spell list.
Cool.
You can cast the Find Familiar spell as a ritual spell without any material components. And when you cast the spell in this way, your familiar will always take the form of a pseudo-dragon.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Awesome. More pets in the party, I say.
So as you guys emerge, you see Alvara come out with a little pseudo-dragon on their shoulder.
Wow.
Whoa. Does that thing have a baby?
I don't think it's of this creature's ilk. I think there's something a little bit more related to fey magic about this creature. Perhaps linked to my past in some way, or maybe some form of liberation.
Well, that's interesting. Are they friendly?
It has been so far to me. That was horrible accent for that. But, generally, yes. I would say yes, and then I would, I'm gonna, is it on my shoulder or on my arm?
It's on your shoulder, like sitting close to your face.
I'll
Pretty
move
cute.
it like closer towards the group to see if it's generally friendly or if it's just friendly to me.
It seems like it acknowledges their presences, and gives like a respectful look to each of them, but it doesn't like make moves to go for them.
Mm.
Okay, cool.
So,
At
do
this
you
point-
guys all make your way out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, would me and Humi be caught up with them?
I believe so.
Guys, perhaps before we head back to the ship, we should discuss how we want to, go about telling the others what we found. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know how much I trust Sal. I'm gonna be honest. The
Maybe
others
we should
are fun.
maybe we should separate like a chunk of gold and toss it to them, and then hide the rest.
We don't have
I
to toss them
have an
anything.
idea.
I mean, no, they don't deserve a fucking copper.
And I
of it,
don't think
but
they'll be making a fuss either. They have their
But-
lives to bank on now, and that's owed to us.
But they should get something. They did help us.
They got safe
Mm.
passage.
Well,
they
I've
didn't really
done the
help us.
calculations. Split 6 ways currently. I think we'd just get over 5,115 gold each.
Who made the accountant?
5,115.
Each.
Is that
Whoa.
including the platinum pieces or just the gold pieces?
That is including the platinum.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot of money.
I don't
We-
think we should give Sal anything because he didn't really do anything at all that whole fight, but the others did. One of them
Sal's-
almost died.
Sal and his company were the very ones that said they'd be funding this little venture, and all he asked for in return was safe passage, and that we've provided. We don't need to be offering them anything. If they
What
want
about
money, they can
Adelaide?
take. Adelaide, yes, I agree. She took part in that fight. Risked her neck too. We should give her something.
I do think it is worth mentioning that, and I can't believe I'm going to be the person arguing this, but if we do give them nothing, it is likely to cause a stir, and I know there are only 3 of them, but lest we forget that nearly all of us must sleep here.
Well, if we each chalk up 50 gold, that's 50 times. Let me count the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
300.
You think they'll be happy with that?
I think Adelaide deserves at least just as much of a stake as the rest of us get. I mean, she did.
She's
Die
well
for
more
it.
worthy than the 3 down there. I mean, I don't like Sal. I don't know his retainers or whatever they are to him. I don't know them. I don't trust them. They might be good people, but they weren't much of a help either.
That I
They-
agree with. But maybe split it, you know, maybe like take 300 for Sal and his company and then split it 7 ways and let Adelaide have some of what we got.
I was just going to say we could give them a stone each. I mean, we have plenty of rare gemstones that on their own are pretty
Pretty
hefty.
pricey. Yeah, why don't we just toss them, well, I think Adelaide probably deserves more than 1 stone, but maybe the others. Just toss a stone or 2 to them and hopefully it'll keep them satisfied.
I like that idea.
I'm inclined to agree.
We should also consider what we're going to do with the rest of the stones. We might want to see if we can trade them for more diamonds for Revivify or something like that.
That sounds like a real good idea. Cause,
It's at this point you hear a loud boom
oh
of
my
cannon
God.
fire coming from your ship.
Are
Yeah,
you
boy.
kidding me?
Oh.
Right, let's go check on
Did
that.
he just waste a fucking cannonball?
Is there any, is it aimed toward anything? Like, could we tell what was shot and where?
It sounded
I
like it
use
wasn't coming towards you. You didn't hear any impact or whirring coming towards the aisle.
We should
But
probably
you
run
did
out there.
hear a cannon shot.
I think they
Mina's
just
gonna
about figured
fl-
out how it worked.
I'm going to fly up and see if I can see anything on the horizon.
Are we out of the cave?
Yeah, are you guys going back to the ship right now?
100%.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Can I
Alright,
still
let's swap
fly?
maps.
I can still fly, right?
That
No,
lasted
no.
how long? I don't think so. I think that dropped by now.
Yeah, that
Like
yeah,
10
that dropped-
minutes.
It dropped like a while ago.
The sheep,
Head to aboard ship.
I hear. I don't know why it's there, but I really like that crackling effect at the front of the ship.
Yeah, I don't know how they did that.
I don't know what it is, but I think it looks cool.
It's neat.
So
But they have it on the back too.
as Mina is flying over, can I roll perception?
You can. Go ahead and give a perception check to try to see what the hell just happened. Yes, the thing
Still
with
a
that
12.
perception.
Still at 12.
The natural one betrayed you.
Can I roll perception to see what I see?
Sure. Mina, you see movement on the front deck of the ship, but you don't necessarily see who or what. It's hard to tell.
Ew.
And on the
Ooh,
opposite
nice.
end of the spectrum is a natural 20.
Holy shit.
Let's
Hold
go.
on, let me start placing you guys. Are you guys going to begin to board ship?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm opening up all the wrong menus. Everyone's seeing that happen. Oh,
And for
potion
that-
redeems are working again.
For that
Hell
numbers,
yeah.
have yourself a sippy. You
Yeehaw.
earned it.
Numbers.
You
Oh,
earned
me?
that. Yeah, have yourself a sippy. That natural 20 earned you a nice beverage.
Thank you. I have a little whiskey.
Whiskey.
Let me just start putting you guys down.
Yeah, I guess they are working again. I sort of did that as like a check. Okay.
Uh-oh. You know what else is working again? The fucking siren in town.
Silent Hill.
Oh no, here it goes again. I apologize. I apologize. So, as you begin to make your way onto the ship, Numbers, god damn it, Numbers with a natural 20. You see, after that bit of cannon fire, a few moments have passed, and now both Yetta and Salmo emerge up onto the front deck of the ship. They seem to be in conversation. You see Adelaine tucked up with a large blanket, like underneath the crow's nest mast.
Well, what's going on here?
Oi! Yetta just showed me how to fire the damn thing. I'd like to think I'm getting pretty good at it.
You wasted a cannonball?
There's
Oh,
plenty
but-
more where that came from.
How many more? How many more are we talking?
There's at least about 14 more.
Well, that is a decent amount.
Is it? We have, like, how much more of a journey? We fought a dragon, an eldritch creature.
Who knows what's
We
next?
should have like 30 of those.
As you see
Yeah,
Yetta,
how
you
many
Pretty
see her.
powerful.
You see her body giving off that same slimy, translucent quality that Aurora's skin is giving at this
Oh,
moment.
fuck. It's time to get back
And
in
you-
the bucket, Yetta.
She claps Salmo on the shoulder and she goes, "Is work in progress, but before we know it, we'll have a proper cannoneer. Now, if you'll excuse me, my friend, I must go soak my skin."
It's bucket
Truth
time.
be told, I'm not too worried about us running out of cannonballs. I mean, over the past 2 fights, how many did we even use?
I'd rather have it and not need it than the other way around.
Adelaine looks over to you guys as you begin to board back onto the ship and takes assessment of you all. And then she looks to you, Audred, and she goes, "Captain,
Aye.
where's old Goldie?"
She's staying behind. Not ours to choose now.
Right. And she just kind of sits back to herself.
May Aurora ask to whomever is holding it? She would like to potentially inspect the glaive of the Revenant King, if that is okay with everybody.
Yeah.
Because I believe you said it was a strength-based or a dex-based, but
It can be
Audrey
either.
But Audrey can't do two-handed.
Oh wait,
As you guys bring everything on board,
can I just jump in and say one other thing?
yeah.
one thing worth mentioning too, guys, that I just remembered, is that I think it was Salmo, right, who did procure a few different magical items and items of value.
Yeah.
We might, I mean, for anyone who's interested in what he has, it might be worth seeing if you can barter with him, or maybe we can trade him something that we found in the cave or something like that, depending. Just something to think about, I guess.
Good
Yeah, one of
catch.
those dwarven things, but he did
Yeah.
not let me have them.
Now that we have a little more, I mean,
Now I
without
have
without
none.
revealing, we're like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
we should.
yeah,
you
we
gotta
should
be
not
careful
reveal.
about it, but
You
yeah.
guys do very obviously begin to bring a bunch of loot onto the board of the ship, though.
No, we
including
already
gold.
divvied it.
And
No.
Salmo
Well,
looks to you all. And he says, "Oh, I've made out like kings, did ya? It's a better day than expected."
Well, we figured we deserved it after killing a dragon. You know, doing all that hard work ourselves.
Indeed. It's always a good day to make out with riches.
We should probably start getting underway. We don't want to. And Mina's going to look around and say, "We don't want to stay in this area too long. It's awfully gloomy."
Adeline weakly picks herself up and she goes, "Alright, start lowering the sails and turning them. We've got daylight to burn and it's already almost evening."
Oh no. Can I try and make friends with the glaive?
You can when we get underway.
Okay.
We need
Uh,
you to lift the capstan.
Oh yeah, well I just went in the bucket because she said I was turning slimy, so I got
Well,
scared.
you're always slimy, so like...
Oh, alright, well I'll get out then, and what do I need to do? Lift the anchor.
Lift the capstan. Mina will help you.
Okay.
So do you guys ready the ship and begin moving on back to the journey?
Yes. Should I roll or can I just lift it?
No, you guys can just... You can position the ship at this point. You've all gotten more experience with it. Audrin, you can take the wheel.
Me and Mina are strong. Okay, back to my bucket.
And Adeline will position herself up here. Before the
Oh
ship...
god!
Group potions!
Ooh.
Hell
my.
yeah.
Thank you, Gerta! Oh, yep, it works. I will take mine. Indeed.
I will take mine a break.
More whiskey.
Yeah, I'll take mine at break too. I don't have it right now in front of me.
Well, how about we take a break right now before we finish the rest of your journey?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I think that's a
Man.
great idea.
Alright, guys, 10-minute break. Snack break, pee break, smoke break, whatever it is you gotta do, now's the time to do it. We'll resume at 8:25. I accidentally muted the stream. Eastern time, of course. We'll be right back.
Okay. BRB.
And I will take my potion now. Cheers. Hey, Gruta. Today I have some vodka and ginger ale. Nothing too fancy. I need to go to the liquor store. Are you having a drink tonight, my friend? Ooh. Honey Jack Daniels. Oh, it sounds good. I feel like I've had that before, but I can't actually remember anything about it at this moment. I don't trust like that gift. Ooh, is it the one I'm thinking of, Gruta? Because if so, I'm excited too. Like, oh my god, I'm so excited.
Oh, we had to take a drink, right?
Yes.
Fuck, alright, I'll be back.
Did you forget your liquor?
I have returned.
Welcome back. Got another job
I-
for you.
Another trophy. The ghost respawned only for a He doesn't say that. He does say other shit though. What does he say?
He says something like, there's some other people that need your help or something like that. Like when you go into multiplayer, you know, that tab.
Oh yeah. But he says something when you load in the mission too. Like he's like, you're looking for. He says like some generic fucking line about.
It's been a long time since I played
I
Phasmophobia.
know. It's been a minute.
It's because we keep playing Demonologist.
Demonologist be fire though.
It's really good.
Hey, when are we playing? We're playing the cult classic that is
You say Devour.
Forewarned.
Oh.
Forewarned.
Oh, you've never played Phasmo? I think it's really fun, Gruta.
Great, like 4-player little ghost hunter game.
Yeah, it's a fun little 4-player game. Though they changed a lot of it recent. I guess I don't even know if that's recent anymore, but like they did like rehaul a lot of the game. And now like a lot of stuff is harder to earn. And the game itself almost feels harder than I remember it being. I feel like it used to not be hard. And now we keep getting fucking stomped every time we do it.
Yeah. Out of practice. Like if we were to play consistently for a few days, I'm sure we would be like right back in it.
Yeah, true. Oh, you tried to play it solo?
Playing it solo is terrifying.
That sounds like a hard and a bad time.
We have the Endless Replayability Fest currently going on.
On Steam?
Yeah.
Neat.
Noble Fates. When is it coming out of early access? There's too many games on my wish list.
I just want Bloodborne on Steam, man.
Barony's 25% off. Fabledom is 35% off.
Hmm.
Oh, Fabledom finally dropped 1.0. Ooh, I'm gonna have to do it. I might have to do it. It's just like a cutesy city builder with like a dating sim mechanic.
What is the game?
Fabledom.
Hmm.
It's on sale right now for the endless replayability sale.
Ooh, you got Tailspire Gruta? Building in this thing is hard. In my opinion.
Back.
Welcome back.
Got another job for you. Sorry, I can help myself.
Another settlement is in need of your assistance.
Our allies' town is under siege.
Alrighty. I fixed me my group potion.
Ooh, what you got?
I recently bought so real ones know I'm a sucker for variety packs, and I bought a variety pack of whiskey syrups that turn your whiskey into a old fashioned with a
Ooh.
certain flavor, and it's really good. So I bought some whiskey this weekend, and I got those syrups, and now I got a orange old fashioned.
Delish.
That
It
sounds
is.
wonderful.
It is.
Fabledom. I just bought it. I'm a sucker for a city builder.
Is everybody back?
Like a shitty
Yes.
builder.
Waiting on
I am here.
Eric, I think.
Whoa, why is everything... Did I accidentally click? Oh.
So we jumped the shark with this dragon fight, right? There's no other obstacles on the ocean, huh? We're just gonna get to Emerus.
I'm waiting for the
Let's try.
giant turtle that has several Tarrasques on its back. That's going to be an
See,
interesting
Mina
fight.
did with a 35 perception see a giant turtle with several Tarrasques on its back.
And I'm back.
You know how when you finish like a boss battle and then you unlock like a fast travel point?
Yeah.
That's what just happened, right? Like we can just fast travel now from the ocean.
At
We'll
first
see
I
about
thought
that.
someone was farting, and then I realized it was the fork.
It
Was
did
that
kind of
where?
sound like that at first.
Yeah.
I was like, are you like holding the mic up to your booty cheeks? Like, what
That's
you
right.
doing?
Are you okay? Do we need to call the
You're
doctor?
not-
I don't want to talk about what that unplugged sound was. Let's not worry about that.
Somebody get the gastro in here.
Is everyone back?
I got a good recommendation if you need it.
Gonzo. Well, it's a little past time, so we're just gonna continue.
Let's do it, baby.
So for the end of this day, I will say, Salmo and his crew actually assemble everyone a large, tasty stew to share in camaraderie over the defeat of this great creature.
And they're just making this for nothing.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do before you end this day of travel?
I want to roll investigation on the stew.
You may. I know, Aurora, you said you wanted to attempt to... You think... What did it... Was it... Ugh, I can't talk. You wanted to attune? Try to attune to the glaive?
I want to try and make friends with the...
So you're not trying to
well,
attune to it, you're just trying to, like, talk to it?
I want to attune to it, but I don't know if it's going to deem me worthy, because it appears like it's got to make, you know, it's a sentient being. I mean, I don't know this
This
in
is
character.
true, but Aurora does not know this.
I said I don't know this in character, but yeah, Aurora's going to try. Mariah just doesn't know how it's going to go.
I'm gonna
A
use
12
luck
for
on
investigation on the stew?
that. I'm gonna use a luck on that.
Really?
Oh yeah, because I don't trust this shit even a little.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like he
Not
sees
much
this
better.
cup with gold.
14 on the stew?
I want to also roll insight to see if anyone was expecting to be paid.
Okay. You can roll
He said
insight
he'd
on
finance
Salmo's
this.
intentions.
It was the other way around. He said he'd finance the trip if we gave him safe pass.
Not just Selma, but everybody. If anyone was like expecting,
Well, I
like,
think we should
Oh,
give
sure.
Adelaide some money.
Sorry,
And
wait, what I
Yetta. I
miss?
feel like they deserve it.
but roll,
Salmo
do
and
the
his
stew. Do
crew
the
made
stew.
everyone a hearty stew for dinner, and Audrin's rolling insight on the stew. Numbers rolled
Numbers.
insight on if anyone's expecting to get paid. Audrin
Oh.
with a 14 insight.
It's investigation.
Investigation. It's not bad stew, it just maybe needs a little salt, that's about it.
Okay.
It's pretty decent. I'd say it's like a 6 out of 10.
All right. Well, then I will enjoy some.
Okay.
Hmm.
It's a hearty, potato leek stew.
That does sound nice, actually.
Numbers with an insight check of 21. Anyone?
Anyone?
Think they want?
Judging everyone around you, between Adeline, Yetta, Salmo, and his company, you don't necessarily see anyone expecting anything necessarily from you. Adeline is keeping very much quiet to herself after the ordeal of today. Yetta seems to be content getting the ship repaired and back in order, and seems to just be happy where she sits, though, you know, stuck in her bucket. And Salmo, you're not really seeing too much of him as he remains downstairs with his company, but from what you do see of him, he hasn't made any moves towards any of your things or has made any questions towards anyone, so he seems fine.
Not just Selma, but everyone. I was wondering about.
Well, I said, well, who else besides Adeline and Yetta and Salmo?
Oh, I guess that's it.
I'm going to go to Selmo, and I want to congratulate him because I was hard as shit on him, and he held out, and I'm happy for him. You know, it's good to see initiative, especially in the face of certain fear.
He gives you a smile and he goes, well, I'll tell you what there, I never saw myself much of a cannoneer or anything of the sort, but after that first shot, I gotta admit it kind of felt a little good. I think I might be kind of good at this.
And Anya, honestly, I'm glad. It's good to see people getting some more spine. It's rewarding, you know?
Indeed, in its own right. And now I'll make sure that if anyone or anything comes trying to come trifling with this here ship, well, my company and I will be ready to load them cannons. And won't let you down this time.
Beautiful.
Is he genuine? Oh, I wish I was there.
Okay, you know, I'll roll insight on it.
Sure.
I just
Alright.
don't trust this man.
I think he's gonna be alright, you know, like...
It's hard for I know. It's just hard for me to trust somebody who's sent people to kill Audrin. It's like, how do you trust that?
Well,
Oh,
the 22?
Yes.
Umi, as another person who dabbles in subtlety and a little bit of deception here and there, you know when someone's got a little bit of ulterior motives.
Motherfucker.
Okay.
However,
Okay.
with a 22, you don't, in this moment, sense any kind of hostility or undertones within what Salmo is saying. He does genuinely seem happy with this skill that he has learned today. And you instilled the fear of God in him. So, if he's done right by you, he seems pretty content with that.
Alright. So,
Alvar and I were so
Sal.
ready to be like, I knew it. It's just because we don't trust anybody.
So, Sal,
Starting.
what other, languages do you speak? You must know a few.
What languages do I speak? Well,
Yeah.
obviously we're talking in common. I know common. Not very good at it, but I've been known to pick up a little bit of halfling here and there.
That's all?
I'm not necessarily proficient with the tone of languages. I can just barely make out some words and just kind of scrape by, if you get my meaning.
I'll tell you what. I hear you have some goods. How about if I teach you some words in, like 4 different languages? I could teach you some fun curse words in Orcish. I could teach you how to order special drinks in Dwarven. I could even teach you some Sylvan and Fey. Would you give me a discount?
A discount. And he thinks to himself for a moment, and he goes, well, I guess I wouldn't mind maybe just becoming a little more proficient in, I guess, some more languages for some business in the future. However, if you wanted to trade, I could be more than happy just to trade with whatever you happen to have. I'm sure we could strike a deal and make some proper business and speak the language of gold, as it were.
Hmm. So I do not remember from last 2 sessions ago, or 3 sessions ago at this point. What does he have?
You don't know what he has.
Okay. It depends, Sal. Let's, see what you get.
Alright, and let's see what you got. What are you bringing to trade?
Yes, you first.
I am bringing my witty charms, and I am not going to intimidate him yet.
He's not
Also,
showing any items until you present items.
alright, fair enough. I'm going to present a spider fang. I have my diamond dust. I have my 100 gold pieces worth of lead-based inks. I have my amulet of acumen.
You do.
And
Amulet of a Common.
I also have... I have one more thing. I just can't find it. Oh. My 10 gold pieces of my personal stock.
He takes a look at what you've got and he goes, I've got to admit that's not exactly what I was expecting. You've got a little bit of arts and goods and some wares here and there from, looks like some creatures you got in there. It's interesting. Though, if I'm being honest, I can't really see my clientele necessarily fishing for any of these.
Well,
He looks at you with like a keen eye and he goes, you want to make some real trades? Let's get out the high dollar items. I've got a few, I'm sure you've got a few as well. He has 2 chests behind him, one of which he then pushes forward with his boot, and he goes, I'm ready to talk business if you are, and the other he keeps tucked behind him and he goes, this one's off limits, but this one, I've got a few little neat oddities in here that I've picked up along the way, especially while we were in Pasrial.
Well, I do have something. It's not necessarily an item, but, it's definitely worth its weight in gold.
You got my
So,
interest.
Kumi changes into Sal, changes into Audrin, changes into Mina, changes into, Yetta. And, well, I could kind of be a chameleon. I'm really good at sneaking around. I know a bunch of languages, and they're going to use detect thoughts and also message to kind of peer into his mind and actually like telepathy with him. You know,
Okay.
a
I forget, does
favor
he have to
for
make a save for that?
no, not with the just base like searching thoughts. If I peered deeper than I would.
With this, so just with his like top level thoughts that you can see, all you can really gather is that his interest is dropping.
Damn.
And he gives you a smile and he goes, that's actually quite a talent you've got there. And I know a lot of people that might pay a high dollar for certain types of services. All kinds of services, indeed, including these. However, that's not quite the business I'm in.
Well, I suppose that's it then. Oh well. And Humi goes walking off.
Alrighty. He keeps that one chest behind him, but the other one, not so much.
So as I round the corner, I am going to use a meta magic. I am going to use Subtle Spell. So I'm going to spend 1 sorcery point to cast it without any somatic or verbal components. And I'm going to send a message to my dearest friend, Audrin.
Alright.
Hey, Audrin.
Aye.
Sal has a chest he doesn't want anyone to look into. Think what I'm thinking?
Well, that does sound rather intriguing, I'll be the first to say it. But I've got a wheel to man, so maybe when he's not looking, when it's proper dark out.
I got invisibility if you got some thieving tools.
We're literally on an enclosed ship.
I'm just want to look.
What are you gonna like? Who is he supposedly gonna think it is?
I just want to look.
Who
Harmless
knows? We're not
look.
involved in this conversation. We don't even know they're conversing about this.
Tell you what, once we make it to port, why don't we take you up on that?
Oh, you're so much fun. Perfect.
So we're not only not giving him any gold, we're gonna rob him too.
No one said anything about robbing him.
Oh,
I
right.
just want to look. That's all.
Right.
We're
We are
borrowing. Borrowing.
permanently borrowing a few items.
Okay, while this is happening, Aurora, I will say, what are you attempting to do with this glaive?
I want to attune to it.
Okay. You can attempt to attune to it, and as you do, you don't necessarily... You spend some time with it in your hands, trying to get a good read on it. And as you're holding it and attempting to connect with it, you don't feel yourself connecting to this weapon. However, a voice in a language you do not understand enters your mind. And you hear a deep, stern, and proud voice utter a sentence, but it can't make out what it's saying.
Can I talk back to it and ask it, see if it get? Do you speak either common or primordial? And
There's
I
a
hold
moment
and
of
I listen.
pause.
I listen. Like, is this sword fucking talking to me right now, or is this glaive talking to me?
There's a moment of pause, and you do feel like a little brief arcane pulse in your hand as you're holding it, and once again, another sentence comes booming into your mind, but this one, again, you don't understand anything it's saying. And eventually, the sword falls quiet, and you no longer feel the arcane energy within it.
Damn it! So it only understand. Ugh. So I can't even use it because I don't speak the language. That's
You could
so
learn the language.
You
Good.
could
We
learn
have a lot of
language.
linguists on this ship.
If only somebody knew multiple languages.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
but
look up the rules on how long it takes to learn a language in D&D.
It's based on your intelligence modifier
Yeah,
Intelligence
or
modifier.
intelligence score.
My intelligence is a 12. It's only a +1.
So you can only learn like a certain number of languages if based on your intelligence score, if I remember correctly, or certain like backgrounds and feats.
I knew as
It takes 10 weeks of study.
Oh.
I mean, we do have magic users.
Meanwhile, can I
Yeah, while
attune
this is
to the
happening.
trident?
You can attune to the trident.
Wahoo! Sorry.
The sword, the glaive just talks to you in a language you don't understand.
What language is it?
You don't know.
I'm gonna say, is Alvara on the top of the ship actually near me, or is this, where is she?
I'm around, yeah. Kind of
I'm
just
gonna
help.
go Alvara.
What?
Come here.
The pseudo dragon is still on your shoulder.
I'm not.
Go with the
I
Fae.
know you're gonna think I'm crazy, but this glaive was talking to me, and I don't understand the language. Maybe if you hold it, you can understand the language.
Cat power,
And
thank you for the follow.
maybe you could tell me what it's saying. Just give it a go.
Can I
It's a
see
little
what
heavy, but I believe you can hold it.
I can? I'm not a weakling. I got +2 to strength.
Okay.
I say that in character. No.
You have a
Can I
+2 in strength?
But what does that mean?
everything in Alvara's stat block, her minimum is a +1 in wisdom. Everything else is at least +2. Yeah, she rolled well. But actually, can I see what I recall since she mentioned this weapon? Tried talking to her. What I remember about like magical weapons that talk?
Sure.
Arcana.
Yeah. Give me an Arcana check. Give me the bead, boy. With a 7.
Do I
You
want
have inspo.
to inspo that though? Do I care that much about your talking glaive?
That's up to
Do
you.
you?
Does
Aurora's
Alara
gonna
care?
look at you with the saddest face you ever did see.
Fine,
You might care pretty heavily.
I do. I am intrigued by the magics. 25.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Okay. With a natural 20, you know about certain magical weapons in your studies that have been known to gain sentience on various circumstances. And typically, weapons that talk are ones that have some kind of sentient being within them. You also know that sometimes that can be very beneficial, sometimes it's fine, sometimes they can be incredibly cursed and cause lots of harm.
Okay. I'm gonna touch the glaive and see if I don't want to try to attune to it, but I want to see if I can understand it.
Okay. Are you attempting to talk to it, or are you just touching it?
I'm just gonna touch it and see. I'm not gonna like say anything out loud. I'm gonna see if it talks to me. And just as a reminder for the languages I know, beyond Common, I believe I know Elvish and Sylvan. Yeah.
Okay.
Out of character? Perfect.
You touch this glaive, and you can, especially with your capabilities, feel the arcane presence within. And a few moments pass, and there's silence. Before, within your mind, you do hear a voice come forward. Another touches the glaive. Tell me, who am I speaking to?
Let me first ask out of character, what language is this?
This is in Sylvan.
Okay.
A new hand touches the
A
beak.
new hand touches the beacon.
I am Alvara Silmir, friend of Aurora who seeks to wield you valiantly. I don't know.
You're speaking on behalf of someone else that wishes to hold this weapon. Interesting. And you almost hear, you can feel within your hand, you almost feel like it's thinking for a moment and taking assessment of you before going. Someone of your fit almost seems perfect for such a glaive as this.
I choose not to wield such power. I draw my strength from the wells of magic around the world rather than the weapons I wield in my hand, despite the respect and admiration I hold for one such as yourself.
I see. Well, I hold no respect for those that can't speak to me, let alone understand me.
Oh god.
Then perhaps she will learn and win your favor.
You hear this glaive actually give out a hearty chuckle within your mind. And you feel almost like a little tingle of joy from it, and he goes, finally, unlikely,
I will stop.
before going quiet.
I will not touch it anymore and hand it back to Aurora. I hope you're ready to learn Sylvan, because you're going to need to if you want to ever have a chance of wielding this thing.
God fucking damn it.
I can teach you, but it will take time.
Well, if you're willing, I'll take the lessons. It'll be good to know another language, even if the glaive doesn't think I'm worthy.
I will nod.
Huh?
I will nod.
Oh,
If
that
that's
was just
all,
me. I couldn't hear
I
you.
thought you said I will not.
I will not.
I was like,
I want the glaive
fine.
for myself. No,
So
it
add the
said I
glaive
am
to
worthy.
the inventory. It is unattuned, so you don't get any of the properties of it. Though, so it'll just count as just a regular strength weapon.
Okay, well,
Um,
I'll learn the language.
It will take 10 in-game weeks.
I can do it.
So keep that in mind.
Speak a good
Holy
amount.
moly.
So
10 in-game weeks, it's only been like...
I know the
All
campaign's
right.
gonna be over by then.
Maybe I can sell it, unless anybody else who can wield it who knows Sylvan wants to use it.
I mean, it said
I don't know Sylvan, but no, I'm sorry, I do know Sylvan, but I also have a cheat. If you ask, I know.
Well, I would know that
tongues.
in character,
You wouldn't.
and you're downstairs right now.
Yeah, if we're time bubbling, yeah.
So is there anything else you guys would like to do before this day ends? Because from here on, we're gonna like fast track to try to get you guys back on pace.
Let's do it.
I will no, but I'll just take first watch too before I meditate for my 4.
Okay.
I'll
Wait a
take that
wait a
watch.
minute. Why is Sylvan on my character sheet?
I don't know.
Why
Why'd you
not?
take Sylvan?
I don't know. I think I had an extra language. And I looked at all these languages that I didn't recognize, and I was like, "Ooh, Sylvan sounds cool," and I just chose that one.
Well, you have Sylvan.
Yeah, I
Must have
think I
Sylvan
only
so
get
far.
2 languages with my being an Ergonasi. I think it's just common and primordial.
Numbers, numbers is gonna pop up hearing a language he does not understand how or why he knows, but it's being spoken over there by Alvara to a glove. And he's gonna walk over and say hi to Alvara and say, "What kind of glove you got there?"
It's a glaive, and it's some sort of magical entity trapped within it. It speaks Sylvan.
Oh, glaive, not glove. Oh, my bad.
Quite all right.
Um, can I see that this thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I have it back at this point. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Maybe you can fight with it. Because apparently, he thinks he's too high and mighty for me.
I'm gonna speak to the glaive.
Okay.
Hello, glaive.
Ah, yes. Another comes to speak to the glaive.
What the hell is up with this guy?
What is
It
dumbfounded
just sounds
I
like
mean-
a little bit cocky.
at the fact that you know Sylvan?
No one has probably talked to him in several
I know.
decades.
Well, he could have a friend in me, but he doesn't want one.
Now,
Yeah.
who may I ask is speaking to me?
My name is number 127. I hear you're a little stubborn and
Your
don't want to
name
get
is a
along with my
number.
and don't want to get along with my friend Aurora here. And yes, my name is a number.
I do not know an Aurora, and I'm confused as to your name.
I'm gonna
No
point the
matter.
glaive at Aurora real quick and be like, "That's Aurora."
I'll wave
Are
from
you
inside
shifting
the
me? I
bucket.
can't see.
Oh,
I do not see anyone.
Just tell him the one who asked if you spoke common. Oh wait, he didn't know what the hell I was saying. If he doesn't speak common.
so you like having company, do you? I bet you've been in that chest a long time.
Quite a long time indeed. It has been many a century.
Yeah. You know, you could spend many a century at the bottom of the ocean. I'm holding you over the edge of the ship we're on right now.
Oh, that's not very kind of you, is it?
No, it's not. But neither is not getting along with my friend Aurora over here. So
I do not
I'm
know
gonna,
an Aurora.
I'm gonna hand you to Aurora, and if you don't play nice with her, I'm gonna throw you into the ocean for eternity.
Roll an intimidation check against the glaive.
Okay. -1, baby.
That's crazy.
Can I use? Is there? Can someone do we have gold, please, for inspiration redeem? Can
The
somebody
sheer panic
please?
in your voice just then. Okay, with a 3. The glaive, you feel it within your hand, taking assessment of you as well for a moment, before it goes, ah, yes. I hear and feel weakness within you.
No.
That's
You will
so
not follow up on
rude.
these words, and you are no longer a worthy fit to wield me as well. Alas, maybe one someday will come along.
What'd he say
Yeah.
to you, Numbers?
He said it was nice knowing y'all. Whee!
Do you throw it?
No, I don't.
I was
Was
about
he
to
mean to you?
Yeah, no, he was mean, but here he is back.
I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna say, listen here, buddy. I don't know who the hell you think you are, but you don't get to talk to my friends like that just because I don't understand your language. And maybe he's not very intimidating, but he's got a lot of other skills that he's good at.
What the glaive is
Okay.
hearing right now is.
That is quite literally what it's
But
hearing.
I just wanted to say it anyway.
But it feels the passion in her voice.
You hear and feel nothing within the glaive.
I'm gonna stick it behind me where the. Just
Thunder.
gonna stick it in the barrel with me so Sal doesn't steal it. I'm gonna cross my arms and be angry.
I just remembered that this was all happening inside of the barrel.
I don't have a choice.
now, yeah, talk about a worthy wielder. I'm confined to a barrel for most of my day right now.
Anyone who doesn't speak Elvish or Sylvan hears the glaive going wah 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 whenever it tries to talk.
And
All
vice
right.
versa. If he's
Yeah.
so
Hold on.
high and mighty, why does he only know 2 languages?
Maybe I could try talking to him.
Oh lord.
Where are you right
Is
now? Are you
everyone gonna
enjoy-
talk to the glaive like
You're
everyone's
enjoying your
talking to the
soup,
dragon?
So you would have heard this.
Audrey's gonna come down from the wheel real quick. He's gonna be like, "Hold on a second. Let me see if I can talk some sense into that little inanimate object you got there."
Oh shit! I'm gonna go on the
Alright,
wheel.
but he's very rude.
All
Alvaro
right.
goes and takes the wheel.
I'm gonna use the slither of knowledge I picked up from watching Aldrin and Jess read to try to not fuck this up.
Yeah, I'll
Just hold it steady.
All you gotta do is hold it. It's going in a straight line right now.
I can't. I can't control it.
The ship just fucking veers hard to the
Capsized,
right.
like completely
Turning
capsized.
You're
Alright.
good. You're good.
So Audrey's gonna take the glaive, and he's gonna go, "Oh, hey there, friend." Only he's gonna say it in Elvish because he speaks
Audrin,
Elvish.
you know Elvish?
He does know Elvish.
The glaive goes,
Ooh.
ah yes, another comes to claim the glaive.
You made
He
a
probably
bit
feels
of
like a freaking celebrity right now.
you made a bit of your rounds, haven't you?
It seems like I'm being passed around in a circle, yes.
Oh, I bet you feel real popular right now.
I feel a little strange. Everyone keeps mentioning names that I do not understand. Someone
Right,
has a
right.
name that is just a series of numbers, and I have never heard of such a thing
Oh
before.
yeah, that's my lad Numbers. He's
That's,
bloke,
I
that
got
one.
numbers.
Oh, right. I listen. How long were you in that there cave that you were dwelling
It's
in?
hard to say. Maybe a century or longer, who knows?
Glaive's got to get rather lonely like, I imagine.
Maybe.
Well, I'll tell you what. I happen to know a real pretty looking rapier. He's a real sharp looker. I could introduce you if you're willing to cooperate.
Are you trying to set me up on a blind date?
Oh yeah, did we? She's a looker. I'll tell you.
What's her name?
Hold on 1 second. And then he looks over his hip. He's like, "Lass, what's your name?"
Nothing.
Me?
And then,
You hear
and
no
then
response.
no, he's talking to his sword. And then he's gonna look over to the glaive again. He's gonna go, "She's a little shy right now. You can understand."
I was like, I would feel so disrespected.
Roll a deception check.
If Aldrin just said my name.
Weapon dating simulator, the latest game on Steam.
What the fuck is happening with
No.
this glaive?
He's playing match.
Yeah.
He goes, Well, you can tell your friend of yours. I guess if there's another soul trapped within a sword, if they ever want to talk, it might not be a bad idea to have a friend that shares a camaraderie together.
Oh, now we're getting somewhere. Tell you what,
Indeed.
I'm happy to be your wingman and help you get to the point, as it were. If you just cooperate with my friend in this barrel here, dude, you're happy to do as much.
I can't understand anything that your friend is saying, and I have no willing to comply.
That's fair enough.
You understand, don't you? If I can't understand anything that's happening or being said to me, I can't form any kind of emotional or sentient relationship with whoever's holding me. That's not how this works. You know this, right?
You're oddly emotional intelligent for a weapon.
You know, I wasn't always a weapon.
Does he speak primordial?
What were you in life?
I was a king.
King of what?
An elven kingdom.
King of an elven kingdom.
I was king of an elven kingdom.
Sounds like bullshit, Avara's gonna say.
You know, I slayed many a demon and a monster in my day, and I fought valiantly to protect the nature of this world.
Alright,
And I have no need to share my bonds with anyone who doesn't share that sentiment.
Alright, since you've been on the level with me, I'm happy to speak with you as though we were kin. So, since you're not cooperating with the only one here who has any mind to wield you, we're thinking of pawning you off. Hope that doesn't sting too much, being that you're ex-elven king and all that, but gonna find yourself in some manner of pawn shop.
Okay.
And you lost your chance to fuck the sword.
And also, in addition, the sword's really just so upset that she's not gonna have any chance to get to know you better.
No, wait, there's no need to separate two swords, if you know what I mean.
You're a glaive. See,
Yes.
you're too different. It wouldn't have worked.
Maybe you're right.
All right, I'll tell you what.
It's just lonely, you
It
understand.
sucks. We have the same
All right.
alignment too. Oh, this piece of shit! I hate
Are
him.
you like the only one on the ship who doesn't speak Sylvan too? Because there's 3 people now who've been able to
Everyone's
speak with his sword.
talking to the
I
glaive.
think
I
Yeah.
think Mina
Yeah.
speaks it too.
Hearing Audrin talking to this glaive, Sylvan, Mina's gonna ask if
He's talking in
she-
Elvish.
Oh, I also speak Elvish.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, if it was Aurora, well, she wouldn't be able to wield it, but she spoke fucking comic draconic,
If this was Valana.
Dvalana, Dwarvish, and Elvish, and I think also Sylvan.
Well, she's not here,
She's
and
not
this
here. She
glaive
wouldn't be able
hates
to
you.
wield it anyway. But
Mina, you want to turn with the glaive?
Yeah, Mina's gonna ask to.
Hold on
to
one
see
second,
the
Glaive. I'm gonna put you on hold real quick. He's
Wait.
gonna toss it over to Mina.
And in Sylvan, Mina's gonna go, "Hi, my name's Mina. What's your name?"
Ah, finally, someone I can talk to with a little bit of sense about them. It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Mina, as it were. My name is Kelrin.
Nice to meet you, Kelrin. So how? I noticed that this is a glaive. Like, how'd you end up here?
Well, it seems I've gotten my soul stuck in the weapon in which I very wielded in this life.
Oh, that's rather unfortunate.
Indeed.
I would hate to be stuck, unable to explore or do anything. Can you see what's out here from where you are?
I cannot.
Oh. We had to fight a dragon to get to where you were being kept.
A dragon, you say? Tell me about this adventure of yours.
Yeah, it was an adult black dragon. He was really mean. He wouldn't even talk to us. He just started attacking. We were just trying to get from one place to another. I guess we sailed too close to his lair.
Ah, foul beast, and no friend of nature is that one. You seem
No.
like a good sort, Miss Mina.
Well, thank you. I am a fae.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm from the Feywild.
Well, this is just marvelous indeed.
This is actually my first journey out into, well, wherever here is. I think they call it Emerus.
Tell me, have you heard of the kingdom Infamithis? Myths. I can't. This is me, the DM, fucking up this name.
Doesn't sound like he's heard of Ithmathes.
Well, listen, it's spelled really fucking weird.
He's a little tongue-tied from not
Infamithis?
speaking to anyone.
I know. I'm trying to read it right now, and
It's a hard word. It's spelled weird as shit.
Is it like
Infamiths?
Infamiths?
Infamiths? I don't really know, but you know
May I
what?
roll history to determine if I know this unpronounceable?
Sure, he's speaking Eldritch now.
Sharp words for
Oh.
a glaive. I just saw that. That's really funny.
Okay, that's a
17? You've heard some fables here and there, but this is a kingdom long gone and long lost, but you know it was an elven kingdom.
Oh, that was an elven kingdom. I've read about it, and my grandpa told me stories.
Oh, indeed, that was my kingdom.
Really? That's really cool.
Tell me, does it still stand?
Do I know anything about that?
From what you understand, it's no longer around.
Unfortunately, I don't think it is. It's kind of spoken of as more of like a legend or a myth. But the fact that it's spoken of at all means that, the people continued.
This is true, and that means it was at least worth something in this life.
Indeed.
Miss Mina, you seem a good sort. I would like to offer you my kinship.
Unfortunately, I don't think I would be able to wield you. I'm only about, 3 feet tall.
Oh
You're
my.
like several times longer than I am.
Well, that would be quite the challenge indeed. However, you do seem worthy.
I know of someone else who's even more worthy, but it sounds like they can't really communicate.
If you speak of this person called Aurora again, listen, I don't know how many times I have to go over this. I can't form any bonds or kinship with those that I can't even communicate to.
Do you know of any way that maybe you guys can communicate?
Through energy. You can feel
Yeah,
my
through like
energies.
vibes. How can they not? You can read a vibe even if you don't understand.
Got
Like,
a vibe.
I'm so serious.
It's kind of true, though.
I think you would get along really well with them. That's the only reason why I think everyone's pushing it. But I can
Well,
understand, a language barrier being an issue.
and it seems then we are at an impasse.
He ain't willing.
Is there anyone else on this boat who speaks Sylvan or Elvish?
At this point, am
Maybe-
I upstairs?
Oh, the sword does have dark vision, my bad.
Oh.
So he can see what's
So
going
he can
on.
see.
So Aurora's
Um,
just gonna be looking at him like, "Hello, that's me."
Why are they in a bucket?
Google Translate.
Well, we also slayed something called an aboleth the day before, and they got hit by it while protecting us.
Ugh,
And I
filthy
think they
aberration.
They got diseased from it somehow, and now if they leave the water for too long, they kind of start to melt a little bit, like acid.
So they succumbed to this foul monster's abilities, and now they are stuck within a barrel.
And unfortunately, the ability to cure it is beyond what I'm able to at the moment. I'm hoping that I can either learn something or we could find someone.
You hear like a sigh come from the glaive. And the glaive goes, I don't think this is going to work.
I think it's gonna be tough.
Are you breaking up with us, Glaive?
I think this
We're-
glaive is
we're
just
trying.
racist.
Am I upstairs by now?
It's an
Yeah,
elf.
by now you are.
Okay.
Do you
Seeing
know-
all the commotion, I'm just going to look wildly confused. What's happening?
First of all, if I was an elven king, a legendary elvish king who was bound to a legendary glaive, and I was told that I had no choice but to be wielded by someone that couldn't get out of a barrel, I would probably also have some sort of thoughts.
I did have a question for you, if you wouldn't mind me asking.
Indeed.
You see, my friends and I, well, we didn't get to where we are through normal means. We all, I believe, died at some point, and then we ended up getting resurrected, and we've kind of been drawn into something a little bit beyond what I think we're capable of right now. Do you know of anything called the Gift of Shantaea?
I know greatly of Shantaea. Shantaea was the deity that I followed in this life.
Hmm. It seems she fought another god here in these lands, and from that fight ended up getting buried beneath the land itself. Uh,
Well, Shantaea does have many rivals and adversaries in the
I'm gonna
But
turn.
pantheons.
I'm gonna
but
turn
now
to the group and ask, what was the other god's name that is opposing Shantaea? I always forget.
Oh, do you mean Merkel or uh
The one with the spiders.
a shot? No, yeah, no,
Earth.
no, no. That
Yeah.
was the name. Irthik, yeah.
Yeah.
My
Uh,
immediate thought went to Lolth, but I was like, nope, that's not right.
But now
It's
Earthic
Those
close.
is
other spiders,
decaying
those other
within the
spiders.
ice.
from my understanding, it has something to do with Rithik and a follower of them or something.
I've never heard of an Irithic.
They tend to be very spidery. We fought like a large spider that was kind of difficult not too long ago. They were
Hmm.
terrorizing a city with it.
A crime most foul.
It's very unnatural. They even desecrated one of the statues of Shantaea.
Hmm. Heresy, even. Any that oppose the Earth Mother. Well, there are many. But they are no friends of nature. Anything that can oppose it and destroy it and claim it for their own. Is all I can really tell you.
Well, thank you very much for talking with me. You answered several of my questions.
Well,
Um,
thank you, Miss Mina. And if you change your mind,
I'll let you know. But
it's not every
for now,
day I
while
get
we
to speak to a fae. It has been
for
many
now,
a century since I've gotten to talk to anyone, really.
I'm
You just
sorry.
spoke to another Fae.
For
Sure, you
now,
spoke
while
to
we
an Aladdin.
travel, maybe I can come and talk to you every day until we find someone that can wield you.
Maybe.
Throw him overboard first.
Side quest: find a worthy wielder of the glaive.
You know
What are
what?
you
I
all
don't need
doing?
him. I'll wait for someone who's worth. I'll wait for a weapon that's worthy of me instead. How about that?
You want to talk to a sword?
Well, he
Yep.
doesn't seem to. Well, I guess. Why?
Uh, okay. Humi's just going to just pat you on the head since you're in a barrel. Congratulations, you could talk to the sword now. I've casted tongues on you.
How long does
Grants
that last?
an hour.
Give me that stupid glaive. I got something to say to him.
Mina's gonna pass it over while looking a little bit concerned and just say, maybe, uh, just don't be too mad. I think he was just a little confused because you couldn't speak to him. It probably just sounded like a bunch of random noises.
Mm. So I'm gonna hold the sword,
Glaive.
and I'm gonna say, "This is the infamous Aurora you keep hearing about. Can you understand me now?"
Humi, that's a really good idea, but there's one little caveat.
Oh boy.
With the
Yes.
spell tongues.
I casted on the creature you touched the
The
ability to
ability to understand
understand.
any spoken language it hears.
Oh. Well, so I would have to have touched the
The sword
glaive.
speaks
I see.
telepathically.
I
Ooh,
see.
Oh, come
no,
on.
no, that's fair.
I would have had to
Never
touch the
mind. Forget
sword.
that
Okay.
happened.
On a technicality.
It's a
Okay,
really good
so
idea, but he's not talking out loud.
We should. If nobody on this damn boat can use it, why don't we just sell it?
Well, what if maybe we can teach you at least some phrases instead of teaching you the whole language? We might be able to teach you just enough to get by.
Well, I'd love to learn Sylvan and whatnot, but at this point, I feel like he's just looking down on me because I don't understand his language.
I don't know if it's that. I think it's more the fact that, if you can't communicate with him, how are you going to be able to, properly wield him and use all of his abilities?
He actually doesn't seem like an unreasonable bloke once you speak with him a couple of sentences. I vote we hold on to it for a little bit and get him in the right hands.
Well,
Seems right,
alright.
respectful.
He also knows something about Shantaea, so he might be a good source of information.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, what did he say? Because I Roar didn't understand shit, obviously, of what was going on.
Well, he was explaining how there were many different people that have opposed Shantaea, the Earth Mother, over the years. The kingdom that he used to rule actually worshipped Shantaea. So it might be helpful to have him on our side, and especially if you want to try to communicate with her at any point.
It's not a bad idea, really.
I have a question. Is this a creature?
I thought it was a
I don't
person.
think it's
Is the-
considered a creature.
The weapon a creature?
No, I think it's considered a weapon.
Is it just like a soul trapped within a weapon, right?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be okay. So it'd be
That's not a
half
creature.
human, half glaive.
So just so we don't spend the entire session talking to a glaive,
I know. We
is there
I'm
anything
all-
else you guys would like to do before this day ends and we continue
Let's
your travel?
get to Cape Moynihan.
Do the dice of the dice of the divine need attunement or no?
Yes.
Can I attempt to attune to them if no one opposes?
What is that thing?
The
diviner's
of the
dice?
divine.
Go
Diviner's
right
dice.
ahead.
That sounded right up your alley, I think.
All right, I'm going to attempt to do it. Do you want me to just like roll like a?
No, you can attune to them. They're not sentient.
Oh, cool! Hell yeah! I attuned to them.
Sentient things.
There's only one sentient object.
Everything,
God.
yeah. All the magic items for anyone else are in story notes too.
They are in story notes. Just let me know what items you guys are picking and attuning to.
Well, I certainly don't want that cursed fucking cloak.
We don't know.
It could be fun.
I'm going to
Could be
This
cool.
is true. You do not know in character that it's cursed.
I
I'm
would
going
have, but
to attune to the captain's pride.
Okay.
If no one is opposed, Mina would probably be very interested in the Ring of Celestial Scholars.
oh yeah, I was gonna
largely
mention
because of
that.
all of the celestial aspects of it, but she would also understand if other people are also interested in that.
It's all yours, girl. In my opinion.
Hell yeah!
Very, very on brand for you.
Mina would tentatively take it. How big is this? Like, would Mina be wearing it more of like a bracelet than a ring?
You find that as you begin to attune to it, it shrinks down to fit perfectly your finger.
Oh. Hell yeah.
Very nice.
Okay.
Does anybody want that vial ring? Like,
Go for it.
you can hold. I don't want it. I'm just. I don't actually want it. I'm just saying it could be useful for someone like to hold like poisons in or potions and stuff.
It could be useful for like, well, what vials? What potions do we even have or poisons? Because I'm pretty sure we're pretty limited right now.
We have two
Health potions.
I have
potions.
one health potion of my own because I bought two and I gave one to Numbers for like my own personal stash.
These are things to keep in mind as we continue.
You, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Doesn't have to be resolved right now. Just let me know what items you end up picking, if any, by the end of this session. There's plenty of time to figure that out.
All right, everyone. This has been the Glaive episode. Thanks so much for watching Roll Fear
No, we're
Live.
not done. We have to actually do something. Oh, group
Or-
potions.
Yeah.
Just pissed
Let's
me off.
go.
Ah,
Thank you so much
Glaive
for the
got
group
me heated.
potions.
a glaive got me heated.
And thanks for the
Calm
hijinks, Sophie.
down, son. It's just a glaive.
So the night passes, and you all begin to sail throughout the storm. into a clear, cloudless night.
I would like to do something in the night
What would you like to do?
during my 4-hour meditation.
Okay.
I would like to think about that glaive. Oh God, I love that glaive.
Oh, God.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Tasty.
We're
Glaive.
done. We're done with the glaive. Yeah. So, like I said, I'll take first watch. If nothing happens, I'll just go meditate somewhere.
It is a
night,
peaceful
Greta.
night.
Good night,
Good
Grim.
Good night, Gerta.
What the?
Good
There's still a little Goomy on the side of the ship over here.
Oh shit, Gumi me.
Who me?
Gumi me.
Um.
Bye, Gumi.
Oh.
No.
Gumi just
Oh,
into a
two
puff
things.
of smoke.
During my first 4 hours, I want to see if I can decipher anything more about my familiar.
You're holding on to the pseudo dragon.
Yes.
They are very interesting up close. They have deep black scales, similar to that of Umbreer, but their underbelly almost glitters in little sparkles like gold. And they have deep, bright green eyes.
Mina, are you
And
sleeping?
two
there?
little horns.
Mina's gonna take second watch.
Fuck, I wanted you to talk to this thing, especially because you had an extended cast. Alright, that's fine.
I mean, you could ask when you wake Mina up for
Yeah.
the second watch.
Yeah. And you gotta burn a spell slot the next day. Sure, alright, so I'll do that then. I'll wait and just kind of like see if I can understand anything more about it. And then if I can't, I will wait until Mina can maybe talk to
So,
it.
as you're sitting there, are you saying anything to it, or are you just staring at it?
I'm just staring into its soul, and
Just
eventually it'll
making,
say,
like, doing a staring contest with it?
yeah, I'm kind of like looking at it curiously, like studying the underbelly, studying the scales, studying the eyes, and saying, I know you're a creature of fey ascent, but I'm not really sure why you're here or what you're doing with me.
After a moment, it looks at you still with that knowing gaze, and it goes... In simple thoughts, within your mind you hear... Magic, yes?
Sure, I will say. Can I reply to it in my mind, or do I have to talk to
Yeah,
it?
you can. Or you can talk out loud.
I'll reply to it in my head. Elaborate.
Contract.
Ah, so you're aware of my situation. I hope you're not another trick from the grandmother.
He shakes his little head.
So, what are you here for?
Stuck in cave. Belong to Faye.
And which fae do you belong to?
Kind of flaps his little wings for a second, and he goes... Archfey.
Which archfey?
And he kind of squints at you.
I am
No
from
Archfey?
me. Are you asking if I'm an archfey?
No.
Oh. I'm sorry, your sentences are rather confusing.
Few words.
Sorry. I just thought of Kevin from The Office.
Why speak many word with few words do trick?
Gonna reply instead and just say, let me just ask you this as directly as I can. Do you belong to any of the Archfey? Or do you have a caretaker?
Belong. Not proper word. Serve. In some ways.
This motherfucker's just talking in circles. Who do you... And who do you serve? I'm asking again.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, God.
Whom do you
Should have saved my fucking inspo!
Saruman.
Saruman.
We burned way too much on the glaive.
Everybody
Ah!
got
Oh
Oh
I'm
no.
sorry.
Fucking that fucking glaive!
no! In time, we'll tell. Maybe can assist with contract.
Oh.
You can assist with my contract. Well, if I'm getting out of one deal, I'd like to know if I'm getting into another.
No tricks. Justice.
Insight that?
Sure.
Because we're talking about Faye here.
Aztec.
God damn!
Not paying attention, apparently. A chill breeze hit me in the back and I lost focus.
They seem to be completely earnest.
That's good.
You have no
That's
reason
good.
to believe that they're lying.
Great news.
That's great. That's what I was hoping. If there's anyone you can trust, it's a Fae, for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Mina.
Do you trust Mina?
For now,
that's a
rest to be had. And he
The
kind of
world
curls
does.
up into a little ball.
All right. I'll reflect on that for a little bit before I take my leave to go meditate, and then I want to do a second thing really quickly.
Go for it.
While meditating, in my 4-hour rest form, Aurora has been contemplating the events of the past few days, particularly, and most recently this new creature that has kind of entered her life, the dragon that has been defeated, the change of direction, sort of that she's taken as a person, the end of the pact, seemingly, and what sort of foreboding awaits upon that. There's been a lot that's kind of happened in these past few days in particular, and it interestingly revolved around the epicenter of the members of this party, which I think she's obviously shared her biggest secret with now, and has divulged a bit more of herself as she's come to trust them. And her form in the night takes a shift to a different season. One of more
Winter.
keeledness, less, anger driven, and more driven by a earnest sense to perhaps be a bit more grounded. And you'll notice Alvara shift into an autumn form, which is going to be slightly different.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wow.
See.
Have we seen this
Where
one
the
yet?
fuck is Alvara?
No,
No, this is the
Alvara's
new,
never done an autumn form before.
Where's
new-
Alvara right now?
Whoa.
So her skin takes on a more orange tone. Her hair turns into a kind of a deeper red.
Wow.
Her clothes
Oh.
also adopt a darker shade of red as well as she transforms.
It really highlights your two different eye colors. This
Yeah, the
form.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
So, yeah.
Autumn
Oh,
Alvara.
you changed on Twitch as well. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, got a new shout out to Winter for doing the recoloring.
That's great.
Indeed. I look forward to the day when I can do a spring for
Yeah.
you as well.
Perhaps that's the only one we're missing right now.
I
So-
like that color. Those. I like the color.
I will say, actually, Winter Alvara is how the campaign started.
I know. I forgot about that. Those were some of my favorite colors. I thought those were really cool.
Blue was cool, but it was sadder, Alvara.
For the folks at home that have never seen that, this is Winter Alvara for anyone who's never seen it.
Yeah, we can torch that too for anyone who wants to take a look.
Yeah,
It's
there we
kind of
go.
hard with the lighting right now, but
New season, new you. You're right, Max.
That was
Hell
Winter
yeah.
Alvara, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's the Alvara I knew.
and then here's summer.
Well, the one that Valana knew.
There's
Oh,
autumn.
here's summer. Here's autumn.
That's
So, I will say, you have 2 days left of your travel. And they come and go quickly, as there are no more threats to be held within these waters, and soon, the days ahead of you are full of bright sunlight as the weather begins to warm up. To about the mid-70s, the closer you sail into Emerus. And I will say, until you're about a day away, at one point Adeline, next to you, Audryn, goes, we're almost home.
Aye. Got sorted feelings, do ya?
Honestly, after the events of everything, I think I might be a little homesick.
Really? What's the first thing you're gonna do when you get back to Ballister?
I don't know. I, kind of owe a lot of myself and my life at this point to this lot. Do you have business in Ballister?
He's just gonna kind of look around the ship a little bit. Kind of gonna purse his lips a little bit and go, "Aye."
Indeed. And she's gonna kind of look at you, and a look that you have never seen Adeline give you before. It's a very, like, earnest and sincere look. It's almost off-putting that she's being kind to you. And she goes,
Go ahead.
do you need any allies?
He's just gonna kind of look at her a little bit, give her a soft smile, and say, "As many as I can get." When's the last time you saw her?
She takes a deep breath and exhales before going. It's been a while.
And she was with Isla.
Aye. A little worse for wear than I remember.
Then I'm going after her.
Alright, and she's gonna kind of dust herself off and she's gonna go. Nope. Time to assemble a crew.
Exactly so.
Oh.
Oh.
Audryn!
Goodbye, Audryn.
You left
Audryn,
to
no!
He's gone.
The fucking comedic timing on that. Audryn!
I'm back.
What
the comedic
happened?
timing on that was really good.
I don't know what happened there. And Discord just like fucked up with me. So I was just
Discord's
gonna,
been weird lately.
Yeah, it has.
and he's gonna look to her once more. He's gonna nod. He's gonna say, "I know a soul or two, but you better be prepared for what you're signing up for. Before this is over, we both may die a second time."
Well, already died once. Let's see what I can do with the rest of this life.
He's gonna clap her on the back.
And you gotta put a good word in for me with that one friend of yours.
I'm trying. I really am trying. He's a sweetheart, and you better do him right. But
I don't think he likes me very much.
I just don't. He don't know nothing about this.
What do you mean? He's never had someone before.
Well, I highly doubt it. He doesn't remember anything from before our little adventure here. So if he did, he doesn't remember anything about it.
I could teach him a thing or two.
Oh,
Yeah, that is.
Oh,
He is close to a child. You do.
What do you mean? He looks older than you.
He was born yesterday.
I wanna know what love is. Okay. So, you have a day until you reach the shores of Cape Moynihan, as you begin to see the more Mediterranean coastline pass you by as you sail into Emerus, past its shores, and I will post imagery in the Maps tab
maps.
of some Mediterranean coast, so you guys can
Ooh.
get a
Love
little
Mediterranean
little
coast.
idea of what you're sailing into compared to what you left.
Wow.
I can see Venice.
Hell yeah.
A looks warm.
It is warm, and you'll notice this too as you begin sailing into Emerus. The temperature is getting hotter. It's getting a little more temperate. It's no longer the 30s and 40s of Pass Real and Decria, but it is now towards the 70s.
That
Nina's
is
gonna take off the
amazing.
heavy winter cloak that she purchased and put back on her normal traveling clothes.
And the sun does indeed shine on these beautiful bluish green waters as you sail through. Boomy, these are familiar waters to you as well, Audrin. The rest of you have never seen this coast before. And through your last night, Boomy,
Yes.
you feel the sending stone reverberate with arcane energy during your last night on the ship.
Gotta be shitting me.
Humi hurriedly answers.
Do you say
Wait.
anything, or do you just hold it up to you?
Yes?
On the other end, it's faint, but you hear heavy breathing. Boomy, where are you?
We've just reached Semerus. What's wrong?
You did? Did you make port? Oh, I'm talking in an Emmer's accent. Did you make port yet?
Not yet.
Are you close?
Yes?
Thank the gods. Umi. We can't hold her off anymore. She's coming. Balverden is falling. Please. Hurry. Find what you needed to find and just... hurry. And that's all you
Humi
hear.
is stunned.
Uh-oh.
First thing Kumi is going to do. They are going to get out their sickle. They are going to get out their knife. And they're
Nope.
going to go banging it against everything. Everybody! Everyone! Awake! Everyone! Come over here!
Come up to the deck. I'm in a bucket.
You're ruining the drama of it all.
What'd y'all say? I'm in a bucket.
My child's in mortal peril. I'm sorry I was underwater. Can you repeat that?
Like, literally. I don't
This
know
is fair.
what's happening.
She's in the bucket. And
I'm
it's
like
getting hot out.
This bucket motherfucker.
I need someone to heal me.
Everyone.
Well, you should have regained HP after the long rest, right?
Yeah, but she's not cured of her
Oh,
disease.
oh, you mean yeah?
Oh,
Well,
yeah, I need my disease cured.
So do you all gather?
Sure. Where is this happening?
Let's just say the deck.
Ignore this. I was trying to put my hit points back up. Wow, that's a great spell attack that I just rolled. Does it hit?
No.
Damn it.
So, Kumi is fraught as they're waving their knife and sickle, banging it. I just received word from Lady Thorn. Balderden is falling. We need to end this now.
What?
We need to find whatever it is that the gift of Shantea, the son of Merkel, whatever the fated few did those years ago. We need to defeat this Ithikar. Yes. Ithaca.
arithmetic.
Arithmetic.
We need to defeat arithmetic now.
We need to defeat Irithic.
I don't know.
And how do we do that?
I don't know.
Does she want us to come back? Does she want us to stay here and then come back? What does she want from us?
We can't go back now. It's too late for that.
From
Well, we
what
gotta go back at some point.
Once we have what we've come here for, and we can't just pluck it out of the air either.
Oh my god.
well, we need to make our sole focus defeating this force. An entire city
agree.
rests in the balance.
I need a healer fast, or I'm gonna be of no use to any of y'all on land.
I
I
do
have the
agree.
coin. I'll pay a cleric to do whatever they need to do, but I need to be cured of this.
And we also need to gather supplies. It sounds like our next journey might take us through grass.
I wager we should spend as little time in Cape Moynihan as possible. I prefer not to stay the night if we can avoid it.
Aldrin, do you
Adeline
know any
speak-
powerful clerics in this area?
Plenty of them.
Any that could heal me like yesterday if I have the coin?
I wager.
Alright.
Adeline speaks up and she says, well, gathering supplies is one thing, but I do agree that we should spend as little time in Cape Moynihan as possible. This is not the kind of sort I feel like we'd blend in well with.
Oh no, this could be some manner of trouble.
That's what
I'll
I'm
have to
worried
keep
about.
tight reins.
We have some luck that this ship looks somewhat official, but... I don't know. Audrey, you know these people.
I've
Also,
never
what
stepped into
happened?
this
What
city.
happened to you? And she points to Alvara.
Oh, it appears my seasonal form has changed to match my new outlook.
I'll just kind of rub his eyes a little bit and he's going to be like,
That.
I didn't even notice I was so bleary-eyed.
I love it, Alvara.
It looks proper on you.
Character growth. Weren't we gonna meet like some people from the Emerald Enclave? Or how far are they from here?
You know they are stationed outside of an encampment outside of the grasp.
And isn't that where we're going? I guess
No.
by land from here.
Yeah, by land, once you hit Cape Moynihan, you'll be traveling, I imagine, to that encampment.
Okay, so we have to travel on land to get to the grasp.
Yes.
Okay, well then, me and Yetta need some help.
So basically, the plan is find a cleric, the cleric besides me, of course. Cure our diseased friends, and then find the Emerald Enclave.
Indeed, and any last-minute shopping you want to do within Cape Moynihan.
Yay!
so
17
coming up,
shopping
got it.
episodes.
Shopping
Dwarven-
episode!
Or that's next episode, right?
Yes, so if you
I
guys
mean-
are ready, during this last day, this night ends, Boomy having told you this new frightening news that they have received.
Freaking the fuck out, man. My
And
auntie's
one-
there.
One more day of travel passes you by ship, with smooth sailing and again beautiful coastline. As you then see on the horizon on this last day, a sprawling city along the coast, with massive docks. As you begin to set sail and pull into port of Cape Moynihan, if you all would like to switch to the board Cape Moynihan, which is in the Emerus folder.
How exciting! Our first Emerus experience.
Yeah.
Wow.
Welcome to a new nation.
Oh, it's so blue.
Wow.
I like it. Oh, I love it. Look at this temple looking thing.
Wow.
I'm so used to
Ooh.
every board that we're on being like dreary because of Curse of
Strahd.
Strahd.
Yeah, I
Or
know.
it's
this is
dreary because
so
we're on the
nice.
ocean on the boat, or it's dreary because it's a cave that was owned by a black
Why'd you make
dragon.
it darker, Winter?
Well, because it's technically more like towards sunset at this point.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I shifted
so
it just a little
cozy.
bit.
This is a big port town, jeez.
And as you begin to pull up to this port, there is indeed an empty spot large enough for a vessel of this size. Audrey, do you pull into port?
I do. Quite anxiously.
Okay.
Anybody?
Mina's gonna
cast
start flying
disguise
about.
on him.
As you pull into port, and I imagine everyone helps you pull the ship in.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Taking the sails, drop the anchor.
So, getting the ship positioned, do you disembark onto the dock?
I do, and just as he does, Audrey's going to look to him and he's going to say, "You listen here, you all act rather natural. Don't speak anything that shouldn't be said in sordid company, and we did not steal that ship."
Who cares?
Mina's
We
gonna
need
start
to rush.
fluttering about the docks, just like checking everything out, because this is the first like
Before you even begin to fly off the ship, there's already someone there standing on the docks in silver and deep blue trimmed attire, wearing a large hat with a large feather sticking out of it. A little pompous, but they hold their hand out and go, "Halt!"
No.
Oh yeah. A fine evening to you, Master.
You
Audrey
see before
McCall.
you a tall, slender, half-elven male. Then he goes, "Are you here to be zulking this here ship?"
Just that.
And he gives you a look over, and gives your whole group a look over, and kind of gives a little, like, squint of his nose a little bit. And he goes, "Alright, it's going to be about 3 gold per night. I need you to provide the charter of this ship."
Oh yes, right here.
Does this
And
man
I
really
am
talk
going
like this?
to take the pardon that we got, and I have used
Oh, no.
illusionary script. And for 10 days, what it will be is, I'm sorry, what was that? The deed to the
The
ship?
charter.
The charter.
The charter? Yes, is the charter to the ship.
What are you casting?
Illusionary script. You write on parchment, paper, or some other suitable writing material to imbue it with a potent illusionary spell that lasts for the duration. Duration being 10 days. I use 10 gold worth of lead-based ink.
So you
Hey.
completely wrote over your pardon to make a fake charter.
We
Are
already
you
have
serious?
one movie.
Okay.
We had a pardon. We didn't have a charter.
Wait, what if he wrote on the? What if they wrote on the back of it?
Also, it's
No, Humi said they
illusionary
wrote
script.
over the charter. Or, I'm sorry, the pardon.
It's also
Are
illusionary
you
script, so once it goes away, it just goes back to being the pardon.
Humi? You did not tell me that you did this ahead of time, so I'm assuming you are casting this spell right here in front of this person as you were doing this.
With subtle spell.
I need you to make a couple checks for me. One being a sleight of hand check,
Okay.
and the other one being an intelligence check to see if you even know what a charter of a ship looks like.
Did that actually go anywhere?
I have a very distinct feeling we're in
rolled.
for some trouble right now.
I'm gonna throw
Nothing has
that.
popped up.
Welcome to Cape Moynihan. You're going to prison.
So, are you guys gonna get arrested on this first try?
Oh no!
Ooh.
Yes, we are. Oh shit!
And
Oh,
intelligence.
me!
Okay. And intelligence.
I will say with a 10, Humi, you don't necessarily know all the details that go into writing a charter of a ship. So literally it just kind of looks like a piece of paper that says charter with the ship's name on it.
All right. Audrey's gonna pipe up and he's gonna say,
Can't believe you've done this.
Truth be told, we ain't, this ship was not originally ours. We took it in service of the crew that had been, that had succumbed to Umbrier's terror. And we avenged him, proper. And he's gonna show him one of the fangs that was taken.
The deckhand that's looking at you gives you all narrow glares as you very obviously just casted a spell in front of them and have shown them a fake charter.
Can I wait? Did we hand the charter over yet, or are we still?
Yeah, no, that got handed over and he's looking at it.
Fuck!
Would you
I had
like
something
me-
I could have done.
Would you like me to roll deception?
Roll. Well,
That's not
that's
deception.
technically not a lie.
You told the truth.
Roll persuasion.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's
I can do
going to
that.
look to you all and he goes, "This ship is not of amorous make. It appears to be from Decria."
With advantage because we have the head of a dragon on our boat.
You are not presenting the head, so not with advantage.
I'm showing the fang, but I'm going to use my inspiration anyway because it's now a never, right? It's like.
Or luck.
And now, do I get to use my?
Oh.
Can I use a luck point as
You
well?
can
Or
use a luck point.
3 rolls, baby. One of these has to be better
That's
than
your
19.
feed.
Real quick, DM, may I roll my wheel and
22.
roll for today?
Yes, you can.
Wonderful.
Nice. So,
Don't go to
are
jail.
you taking the
Don't go to
22?
jail. Don't go to jail. Yeah, I'm taking the 22. Don't go to jail.
With a 22, you present the dragon fang.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of go make like a ugh kind of face as you present it, and they go, And this is what you've handed me here. A note from the harbor master of Pastorial in Dequia.
The very same.
Show him the other stuff.
Well, they hand back the pardon, ignoring the fact that it's a pardon. And with a 22 and the acknowledgement of the Dragon Fang, they then pull out a little piece of paper with an inked pen, like a little notepad, and they go, "The name of the ship,
Oh, it's the Crest Carver.
Quest Kava. How many nights?"
Let's call it a month.
And what is the purpose of this ship?
The purpose of the passage?
With such a device on the front of this ship, this is a passenger ship?
That's how it's serving now. Whatever it was prior.
Right. That would be 100 gold pieces to Zoxy's ship for a month.
Aye, and Audrey will happily cough it up.
Okay, deduct 100 gold pieces from your inventory.
I can do that.
And he
Did we
gives
split-
you all, like, a sharp look, and he goes, "No trouble on the docks, or in the city."
I
we
hate
split-
to bother you, but do y'all have some sort of wheelbarrow that you could roll me out in? I'm kind of confined to this bucket right now.
He
this
looks to
barrel.
you, and seeing your slimy, like, translucent skin, he goes, he, like, kind of reels back again with another, like, ugh. And he goes,
Yeah, it was a real bad fight. I need some healing.
"Any trouble created here in the city, and the guard will have you put in prison, you understand?"
Duly noted, though I don't know how much trouble I could cause in a bucket.
Don't think I don't recognize that accent. And he looks to you, Audrin.
It's just happenstance. I don't get to control where I was born.
He then takes that paper, piles it away in his pocket, turns around, and makes about the rest of the docks.
Excuse me. Before you leave, I was wondering if I could
Yes.
ask you a question.
What is it?
Do you know if there are any rewards or official writs to deal with a dragon or an aboleth? We encountered both on our travels, and we got rid of them. I was wondering if there was any kind of bounty for them.
In Cape Moynan, there were no writs or bounties put on Umbria's head. Everyone was happy to just leave that section of the trade route alone. Especially with how in shambles Decria has been. So you might have find some luck there.
I fucking hate the French.
What about healers? Y'all got healers in this town? That could heal what was it? A disease?
Y'all got powerful clerics?
Some, and then he continues on his way.
Where?
He ignores you.
Sure, we'll find them somewhere.
Dickhead.
Adeline is just kind of cringing in the back, and she goes, "Ugh. Well, that was a quick save. You didn't tell me your lot's gonna get us imprisoned immediately in this hoity-toity city."
Hey, I didn't do nothing.
We got out of that on thin ice.
Well, a miscalculation on my part. I do agree. I'm sorry. It was a mistake.
Is
Alright.
there anything we should know about your history here, Audrin? I know you seem to have a little bit of familiarity with this place, given that you said earlier you don't want to even stay a night here.
I am familiar with this place, but I've never stepped in even one night, and I don't intend it to be more than one night.
Can I insight
Avoid
that?
Huh.
Yeah, you sure can.
I'm gonna insight that too, since we're both from here. Or
Say,
Okay.
when it comes to insight on each other, like, it's kind of, this is, like, up to you guys, so...
Yeah,
Also,
I'll let
like
him do
insight
that.
if
That's fine.
It is allowed.
Yeah, I always ask. Yeah.
Fine, that's fine.
Whom you might know, I definitely fucking don't.
Movie with a 21? Oh, I mean, what's with all the natural ones tonight?
I don't know.
Well,
Homie,
Audrin, you're the one
the
that
dice
gives
hate me.
answers.
Homie, you're from Emrys. You know that Cape Moynan is heavily imperial and penalizes those of Audred's ilk quite fiercely, and so he seems to be telling the truth.
Interesting. But I'm sure we can find what we need here. I I swear on circus honor that I won't cause any trouble, but I will have to insist that we do things quickly. There is no time to spare.
Do agree.
Had my way about it, we wouldn't be staying a night.
But I think we're going to need to, at least tonight.
Why did
Yeah.
you park the boat for a month then?
I didn't know how much time we would need, so I figured it was safe here.
It's also plenty of time if we want to sell the boat, make some money for the journey.
I don't really know how entering the grasp affects time, for one thing. It's not like outside.
Adeline speaks up and she goes, listen, I owe you folks a lot, so if you want, I bet Yetta and I could keep a close eye on this here ship, and I know Salmo's got business to attend to here in the city, but no, we could always provide backup if need be. We can watch the ship.
I did have another idea. If I don't know what we're planning on doing or how long we're going to be here in Emerus, but we could always turn the ship into some kind of mercantile company while we're away.
Make some money on the go. That's not a bad idea to fund our adventures.
Before we end the session, remind me of all your passive perceptions again, now that they're like some crazy shit.
24.
10.
14, I think.
Or no, wait, 11.
12.
Mina and numbers? It's above 20 for each of you, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mina and numbers. While this is all happening, out of the corner of your eyes, you see Salmo and his company leave the ship, and behind them is a sight that you don't remember coming with you on this ship. But you see none other than a Celia Keenfield and a very, very large horse exit your ship.
What the?
I
You gotta be
knew we
kidding me with
should've
this
seen it.
shit! How did
We
they
should've-
sneak in a giant horse?
It's because of all the inspiration points they got for the horse.
Oh my
Right.
god, that's where they've been
Right.
going!
I knew we should have checked it before we
Dude,
docked.
this is fucking me up.
This is
And you
kind
also
of
see
hilarious.
Salmo carrying his company is carrying one full heavy chest between the two of them, while Salmo himself is carrying one empty chest.
Stop that man.
Can we check our belongings? Do we have everything that we
These
have?
are the chests that he came with on his journey.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Celia,
supposed to be like-
didn't
No, one
realize
is
you
now
were-
empty.
Celia, I didn't realize you were on our boat with us. How did you get here?
Oh, I just, secure and safe passage, as one does. I paid for some passage, and and she looks back and forth a little nervously, and then looks to Salvo.
I'm so confused, but I'm glad to see you.
Is she following us?
Oh,
Are
the
She
you
hell?
smiles, and
talking
she
to-
goes, "You're a good sort, Mina. Keep this quiet." And she then leads her and her horse away.
Someone roll insight.
As Salmo passes by with himself and his company, he gives you a clap on the back, Audrin, and like a nod.
Audrey's gonna kind of quirk a brow at him a little bit and say, "What do you intend to do now in this den of whatever you want to call it?"
Well, these rich bastards, I tell them to think I'm gonna make a quick coin, and then I'm gonna get the hell out of here.
Is that how you see it going down?
You think I can't?
I look forward to talking to you again, Sal.
I'm sure we'll meet again soon, Aldrin. Thank you for the safe passage.
He's gonna give him like a little salute.
Wait,
And he gives you a wink and a smile.
before he walks away. How much again did you say for those dwarven bracers?
Well, they're not bracers, dear. He's saying as
You
he
know what
continues
I mean.
walking. Tell you what, 500 gold pieces and they're yours.
Oh, suck it. It was 300 last time.
He gives you like a big grin and then
Yeah,
he
but now-
continues along his way.
Now he knows you came up on money.
I know.
And with that, we're gonna end tonight's session.
That was a long one.
Nice
That was a
one.
long
Really
one.
was, yeah.
That was good though.
It was
I'm-
about 45 minutes of Glaive.
That was like
Yeah.
quite literally
Maybe,
almost
like,
an hour of
30.
Glaive.
No,
I
was,
am
It was like 30, but it felt like way longer.
I am now convinced the reason Salmo did not ask for any of the Dragon Horde is because he sold Celia Passage out of Decria and then didn't share it with us. So he's now like, I
He's
don't
fine.
want them asking after this, so I'm not asking after that.
Yeah, which, by the way, she probably bought that passage with the money we spent just before game.
And her
It's our
magic
own money!
items. He very clearly has most of her magic items.
This is a slap to the face, dude. This ain't right.
He
All
literally
right,
made
congratulations,
That's so
guys.
disrespectful for no reason.
100 round table. Let's get it going.
Boy. So this one is, frankly, I need to stop saying this one's tricky because they're very usually tricky, with few exceptions. But I think I'll give it to... This one really isn't. I'm gonna give it to Mina, I think, for good mediation, creative use of spells, good roleplay, and also because I like Mina very much. I like all of you very much, but every now and again, I have to go in a rotation, just give everyone one just because I like.
All right,
you.
Mina. There we go. Alvara.
I think it's going to go to Aurora today for the Glaive interaction.
Jesus Christ.
Despite what it was, I think it will be something that will be talked about for a while. As just like a funny little D&D shenanigan that happened in this campaign. So,
All right,
Thank you.
Aurora.
I'm actually going to give it right back to Alvara for, I think, good role playing with her newfound familiar. I thought that was interesting. And for being the first one to help me with my Glaive issue. And for burning a point of inspo for me, which I appreciated so much.
Alrighty, who
And
me?
because she changed again. Because, I mean, like, that's character development. She's becoming more muted and grounded. That's a big thing.
That is character development.
Indeed.
Who me?
Well, there was good character development, but I'm not going to overlook my man Numbers with that high-ass 20 for a first roll to talk to that dragon.
Ooh.
Oh,
That was pretty impressive. That was a hard thing to get through. They probably wouldn't have talked to you at all unless you did that. So, good on you for breaking the ice.
I earned that 20.
And thank you for
Thank
also
you.
stepping up to be my wingman Numbers with the Glaive.
I tried.
you,
Honestly.
you did good, buddy. You did good.
Alright, Mina.
This one is a little tricky. I always say that. I think everyone did a good job. Everyone had a nice time speaking with the Glaive, except for the one person that wants to use the Glaive,
I was just angrily yelling.
which I do think it's kind of funny that literally every single member of our party, except for one,
Except for one can talk to it, and that's the one person that actually wants to use it.
The only because I know.
But yeah, I'm gonna give it to Aurora for this one.
Thank you.
Alright, Numbers.
Well, hopefully there's a book of like Sylvan 101 at the library here that Aurora can use. But in the meantime, she'll get my inspo for, trying her damnedest with the Glaive. And because I can't give it to the Glaive.
No, don't say that.
Done.
Community's gonna give it to the Glaive
I
now.
know.
find a way. They'll
They were,
spell
let's
out
be
Glaive.
real, they were already gonna give it to the Glaive.
They're gonna
All
give
right,
it to the
chat.
Glaive.
Mobilize. I changed my mind, Aurora. The Glaive's getting. No,
Understandable, understandable.
no.
The
Aurora.
half of the glaive, half of the horse.
Alright, guys, well, in that case, it sounds like it's gonna go to Aurora.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on your point of inspiration. I have now posted the community poll over in the Discord server for you guys to vote on who you think should get another point. If you vote on the Glaive, I swear to God.
I'm voting
Max,
for
sounds really fun.
everyone 10 times each. Just kidding. I know.
Max, it was so good to see you here, by the way. We love you so much and miss you dearly.
Yeah, thank you so much to everyone for joining us tonight. Someone is spelling Glaive.
No.
God.
Someone is spelling Glaive.
Yeah.
Who is
It's Zach. Alright, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Really quick, I'm gonna give a shout out because we don't really do that a whole lot anymore. And I want to make sure that that's something that we still remember to keep in mind through all of our busyness. So a shout out is going to go to Core. Because Core has always done us a great turn with the art. She's incredibly talented and incredibly kind, incredibly sweet. Please check out Core. Check out the Discord, the YouTube for VODs if you want to catch up on anything. That's about all. Don't forget, we have the Donathon May 25th! With featuring a brand new one-shot with brand new characters. So keep an eye out for that.
Look forward to that.
I'm very excited for that.
Alright, gang. Good night, guys.
Have a good
Good
night,
night,
everybody.
friends.
Thank you for tuning in.
Bye-bye!
Bye-bye.
Bye.